Hey, it's Ben here. Hope you're having a good day, good night, good evening, good morning. Wherever you live, I hope it's going good for you. We're going to do a little test today. We're going to do the Ascender versus the TRX-4. So, first things first. I was at the hobby shop today, and they make this bumper for, I believe it's for the Ascender. Not sure. I'll check in a minute. So the bumper went right on. I had to bend these a little bit, and it's a little bit off, just a smidge, but it pretty much lines up. So I got my winch on. I did use my plate for my winch, and I am missing two screws. The two front screws. See the back screws? They come up higher. Let me see if I can get you a shot of that. The back screws come up higher, right down there. Boop. I can't get my finger down there, but you see it right below my finger there. And then the front screws need to be shorter because they go right up underneath the winch. So I got my tow hooks on there, and front bumper. I think it looks pretty good. So let's see, the front bumper, RC 4-wheel drive. Yep, made for the Ascender. Tough armor tube front winch bumper for Vaterra Ascender. Part number Z-S1575. Z-S1575, and I paid $33 for it. And also, to mount that on there, I got a universal front bumper mount, fits the Vaterra Ascender. This is part number Z-S1581. Z-S1581. So I paid $12.99 for that. So okay. So that's what's going on with that. Like I said, we have the incisions with the BF Goodrich crawlers, and the Ascender has Crawlin bead locks with super swampers. So we'll see how that goes. Get this connector on here, the connector that comes with these batteries. The battery's made for just the Ascender. It's a small 2S, and it comes with an EC3 on it. And the guy that I bought this off of had an EC5 on it, so I just took that back down to the hobby shop and had it hooked in. Got an EC5 put on it. So the Ascender does have a BEC on it. I'm not going to even lie. I don't know much. I know that I'm going to be putting a BEC on my TRX-4 when I do my Savox servo. The BEC, for those of you that don't know, here's the wires for the BEC. They come out and they come right into this plug. Now that's how a BEC, from what I understand, is designed to do. It's supposed to feed right off of the battery into here, and then from here the receiver box back here and the steering servo run off of the BEC, which means the power comes from the battery into here. This is like a little power bank, and then it runs the receiver and the servo. Instead of all the power going through the ESC now just powers the motor. So don't really need it on this, but it's a nice option because this has the castle and all that. So this is it's a 45 turn crawler motor. This is an RC 4-wheel drive 45 turn crawler motor. So that's about it. I haven't really done too much running with the Ascender, so we're gonna find out what we got going on. I have one more thing to take out here to set up the crawler course, and then we are going to see which one is better. Stand by. Here we go. The Ascender first. We'll see how the Ascender does. Just kind of a straight line right up the side here. Or not. Let me try to redo this. The Ascender has the 4000 milliamp 2S. The Traxxas Trx-4 has the 5200 2S. Let's try a different angle. Ooh, and a rollover already. Let's try a different angle here. Let's try over here a little bit more. Let's see how this does. Yeah, these swampers aren't the best. They don't have the best grip. So I think what we need to do is go get my Trx-4 stock tires. But it made it. Let me go down here and turn it around and try to come up this other side here. The other side's a little challenging. I definitely don't have all my steering on here. I need to get the Castle programmer and set my trims and all that. I feel like if my steering was a little better, it might be a little different. They came up that. So that's a nice climb right there. Alright, so that's that. Let me push pause, I'll get you set up over here on the teeter totter. Alright, you should make it up this no problem, I would imagine. I just need to line up. The steering is definitely... I need to get this fixed before I give it to the person I am giving it to. See if the back wheel will come up on there. Yeah, I don't think so. Let me line it up for you. With the steering the way it is right now, it just I can't really steer too much. Let me get over here in front of it. This Ascender is so quiet compared to the Trx-4. Alright. Teeter totter onto the rocks. Let me get you set up. Alright, let's see what it can do here. It crawls pretty good. I wanted an Ascender when I first got into, crawling with the TRX, but since then I changed my mind and I am going to be getting a Axial SCX-10 II, and that will be my first kit build and not the Ascender. Okay, did pretty good. So, sorry you couldn't see all that. Let me adjust you and we'll go up the ramp. Alright, let's see what we can do here. It's coming. Now, there is a trick with this. If you ride either one of these outer boards, it tends to crawl up everything better because it has a constant surface. So we'll give this thing a break and we will try to do that. I might need some speed to get up here. little bit more finagling than the Trx-4, I believe. And this truck is more narrow than the Trx-4. So, all right, let's see. Let's do the rock climb one more time. Let's do this front face right here. It's nice and smooth. Let's see what it can do over here. Sorry about the camera. Man, so that Trx-4 giveaway, that was fun, wasn't it? I hope everybody had fun. I wish I had 10 of those things to give away. I mean, it's just so much fun, and you guys are worth it to me. I mean, I'd give away one a day if I could. So this thing does pretty good. I think the tires could be a little bit better. I don't think these tires are the best. I think maybe even the Canyon tires that come stock on the Trx-4 might be better than these, in my opinion. It's just my opinion. I mean, it's a pretty steep climb right here. Let me get you a up and down. It's a pretty decent little climb. The Ascender does good. I like the Ascender because it's a K5 Chevy Blazer, and I grew up with these. I mean, this is all we had. My dad, I mean, K5s from let's see, I think 77. He had a 77. I think he had a 79. I think he had an 83, 84, 86. I mean, it's just crazy. So yeah, Chevy Blazers, I definitely like them. So, all right, we're gonna get the Trx-4 going, and we're gonna get it crawling and see what it can do. Just give me a minute, and I'll get you started. All right, let's see how this new bumper acts. So, I don't know if you noticed, but I have since taken off my spare tire. I mean, it seems like it does a lot better. Sorry, I'm just trying to fix the camera. It seems like it does a lot better, but I mean, it's just, the truck's always done good, let's be honest. Traxxas definitely knew what they were doing when they built this truck. So, the BFGs do awesome. I feel like the Hyrax might have done a little bit better, but without having that Castle link to program that Castle ESC, I don't know that I'm going to get the smoother throttle like I have on this. Plus, I'm used to this. This has been what I've been driving, so of course I'm going to be able to drive it a little bit better than the Ascender. The Ascender's fun, and just has a, you know, it's a let's see, the transmitter for the Ascender is a DX2E by Spectrum, and it does really good. There's a big difference between it and the Traxxas. I'm not complaining about Traxxas transmitters, but I think there's better out there. I will be getting a DX6 very soon. Just have to save some money, because those of you that don't know, the DS6 is $600. But if I get a DX6 and buy some Spectrum receivers and all that, I don't have to have 1,500 remotes sitting around, or transmitters sitting around. I can just have the one. All right, I'm saying Trx-4 is way better than the Ascender coming up that. I do believe the Ascender tires are a downfall right now. So let me change the angle here. We'll get the Teeter totter. And we've seen this. We saw this yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. My last video. Let's say it like that. And it's pretty quiet too, but I can definitely hear a little hum coming from the motor. the ascender is just straight up just quiet. On the rock. Okay. All right, Trx-4 coming up the rocks. I just jabbed myself with a thorn in the back of my leg. Had me moving pretty quick, but this is all diff locks. Of course, you know, the ascender has, you know, it's all 4-wheel drive all time. You can't unlock the diffs or anything. So I have to make it a fair comparison, I have to keep these diff lock all on all the time. Okay, Trx-4 up and over. All right, let's bring it back over here near the rocks and we'll go back to the climb. It's gonna be a pretty short video. I just want to do a little comparison of the two. Boy, what little weight I did put into the rims, the incision rims on the Trx-4, I feel like it made a huge difference. The bumper, between the stock bumper and the RC 4-wheel drive bumper that I just put on, I don't know, with the winch on the stock bumper, it felt the same weight as the RC 4-wheel drive bumper alone with no winch. So it definitely looks like it gave me some more ground clearance on the front. Here we go. Somebody was telling me to vent my tires, but I don't know. I like going into the water. I don't know what to do with all that. I don't know if I'm gonna vent them or not. I feel like with a little bit of work, the ascender can do just as good. Let me go grab the stock Trx-4 tires. We'll put those on the ascender and see how it does. All right, I feel like it's gonna make a big difference. I mean, for some reason, those super swampers are just insanely hard. It must be the foam in them or something. It's already, you can hear it gripping better than the super swampers. Oh yeah, night and day. Night and day difference. So there's the deal with the ascender. Just some I guess bad foams is what you could toss it up as. It does so much better. I think it looks better too. You tell me. I think it looks better. It definitely looks scale now. It's like it has some 311050s on there. So let's see if we can't get up something else. This little piece over here is straight up and down. It's probably about a 5 or 6 inch climb. We'll see if we can do that. That's kind of like the hard part of the little rock crawl here. This is all junk concrete that I pulled off of a job. I had to pull up a sidewalk and redo a sidewalk, and it was the old concrete from the job. So let's see how it does coming up here with these tires. I was just gonna say, I have a feeling it's gonna come right up that, and sure enough it did. Nice. It's definitely doing much better with the Canyon Trail tires on here. Stuck now. Oh, there we go. Nothing like flying back down the side of a rock mountain. Oh no, it's a rollover. It's a rollover. Right, I'm back in the Trx-4. I'm gonna try to back it up here and hook my Proline recovery strap. Is already hooked up. That's the yellow thing laid out. I'm gonna try to get back up here and hook my Proline recovery strap to my toe shackle. So, all right, let's see, let's pull this ascender back over. All right, let's try to back up the ascender a little bit. There we go, perfect. All right, our first recovery on camera. I'm gonna get this unhooked. All right, I'm gonna try to do a climb right here where I was backed up because it's pretty steep. Let's see what the Trx-4 does. Ooh, I hear that metal bumper scraping off of the rocks. That's nice. Alright, does not want to go up there. I think that rock was kind of messing with me. Alright. It's going to need a little bit of speed, I believe. Nope. Just needs the wheels to be turned a little. There we go. No tipping. No flipping. We're not allowed to do that. Boy, I need to get some more rocks or concrete. This is... I just love being on the rocks. I don't know what it is. I just like finding that perfect line on the rocks. Alright, the TX4 just did that, so let's grab the transmitter for this boy. And let's see if he can do it. Try to come up in the same spot. But one little rock here is creating a problem. Oh, this came right up. But it was on that rock on the backside. That was a big help. Yes, that rock right there rolling. Let me get it out of the way. Sorry, I'm out here in my bare feet. It's nothing like crawling in your front yard. You can come out here however you want. There's no dress code in your front yard. Well, at least where I live. I'm the last house on about a quarter, I don't know, I guess it's about a quarter-mile driveway. I'm the last house on it, so I don't have anybody bothering me. My one neighbors are pretty close, but they pretty much do their thing and I do mine. Oh, it's so close. It wants to grab. There it is. Boom. Same line I come up with the Trx-4. The only difference is the steering endpoints need to be set. And I am not getting full steer out of it. Nice. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's try one more time and then we'll wrap this video up. And we'll see you on the next one. As soon as I can get up here. Make this thing king. King. Alright. There it is. Let's try it. Let's try one more before we go. Yeah, I don't know if everybody noticed or not, but man, I am so bad with goodbyes. I'm so bad. Like, I was watching one of my videos that I put up here and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna get off here. And there's like still like 8 minutes left on the video. I'm so sorry. I'm a very long-winded person. I hate saying my goodbyes, but I'll try to get better. But I doubt it happens. I'm a long-winded person, so I'm sorry about that. So let's get the Ascender over here, and let's see how it does coming up this obstacle with the canyon trails on it. Uno momento. All right, let's see what it does here. Big difference, night and day difference. I know I had to give it some speed, but let's see what happens if I try to crawl this outside rail. Usually that helps. Alright, well, it definitely won't pop up over there and grab them. Usually what I do here is, oops, sorry about the big finger. You're right there where that front wheel is usually when I get up there with the Trx-4, I have to turn the tires and I get a grip just on one wheel enough to get it to slide over that. And this didn't want to do that. But I also, like I said, I'm not getting my full steering out of it, so. The Vaterra Ascender still share, like, and subscribe. Don't forget to be nice. Don't be a mean person. Be nice. Pay it forward, so to speak. Be motivated. Be positive. Be self-motivated. Be super positive. Have fun running your RCs. If you know somebody that likes RCs, or if you know somebody that's just down in life, or not feeling well, or anything like that, and you have an RC that you can go share with them to up their spirits, or just make life better in general for them, go share it with them. You know, but most of these people that are not into RCs, these hobby grade RCs, people just don't understand what they can do, whether it's a rock crawler or the X-Max bashing truck, or even a Stampede, or even something as small as the little E-Revo 1/16. If you put 2 nickel metal hydride batteries in there and run them in series, it does backflips. I mean, it'll just flip right over and back onto the wheels, just like the big E-Revo. So it's ridiculous. It's impressive to people. People that are in the hobby, like us, we take it for granted sometimes. And just go share it with somebody. Go share it, you know, and just share the hobby and share the motivation, share the goodwill, the good spirit, and just everything. Be good people, and I'll see you on the next video. Ben.